Hello and welcome to this new series called Defending the Home Front 1939 to 1944. My name's Chris, and during this series we'll take a look at the measures taken to defend the UK against invasion throughout the Second World War. So most people know about the invasion threat of mid-1940 onwards up until about mid-1941, but in reality the UK was prepared to defend itself against invasion from 1939 up until about 1944. Today, everyone knows about the whole role of the Home Guard, but focusing solely on the Home Guard means today that their role has been largely inflated and doesn't necessarily reflect that of the real Home Guard during the Second World War, and also takes attention away from the professional fighting forces who would have been on the front line, namely the regular and territorial army. So just to kind of straight off the bat dispel one of the big myths about the Home Guard in terms of what they were doing. This is the number 2 outline plan from the 26th of May 1940, which was issued a couple of days after the Home Guard were formed. And this is from the 18th Division, which was based around Norfolk. And you can clearly see here that the local defence volunteers' role was purely static, and their primary duty was to collect and distribute information. They were also subordinate, interestingly, in Norfolk and I think in East Yorkshire as well, subordinate to Searchlight Battery Commanders or Searchlight Command as well. So this is an actual outline of what the Home Guard were doing. They would have been doing river patrols, motor transport and petrol defence measures, guarding roadblocks, provision of guides for military parties, so the regular and territorial army, and local protection. They would be responsible for literally defending their local area. In August 1940 as well, the role of the Home Guard had changed very little. They would have an unarmed role in terms of observing for parachutists, dispatch rider work, so sending messages for the professional armed forces, and traffic control. Their armed mobile duties would be action against parachutists, but only if they landed in their immediate vicinity. And they'd have armed static duties of guarding telephone exchanges, manning roadblocks at nodal points, manning roadblocks on the command stop line initially, and manning roadblocks on the GHQ line, but nothing else. So if this is what the Home Guard were doing, what were the professional soldiers on the front line doing? And this is a key thing that this series will outline. It will outline the defensive measures taken to defend the UK in terms of defensive strategy, outline how this defensive strategy changed, and also show the actual role that was being undertaken by the regular and territorial army, because today that role is almost completely forgotten, and a lot of the defensive tasks that are assigned to the Home Guard today and believed to be the role of the Home Guard are simply not true. So this series will take a look at how the UK would have been defended during the Second World War, take a look at the key players in terms of who was responsible for planning this defence, who was operating the defence, and how this defensive strategy changed from 1939 to 1944.